Reddit stories.
Found out my wife has been cheating me with my best friend. Little bit of background. I love this lady. I have spent 6 long years of my life with her. And our lives are deeply intertwined. I only had one other real girlfriend before coming across my future wife. We dated for 3 years, got married, and have been married for about 5 years. We have our ups and downs, our fights and romantic nights, just as any long-term couple has. Recently things have been a little worse. We had to move back in with her mother due to financial reasons. Because it worked for both the mother and us. Recently she has been hanging out with a mutual friend of ours quite often. She regularly goes and sees him while I am unavailable. They do seemingly normal things like watch TV, drink, go to the beach. The frequency of these visits has increased exponentially over the last few months. To at least once a week, if not more. My friend had become increasingly distant and unavailable to hang out. I was becoming more suspicious with every rendezvous. Last Friday, after an unrelated fight with my drunk wife, I had the overwhelming urge to look at her phone. This is not normal, and usually I respect her privacy. My suspicions got the best of me and I decided to look. I pulled up the text message history with the guy. What I found killed me. Detailed graphic messages dating back at least 2 months. My stomach sank. I nearly became physically ill. I felt the blood rush from my face and became faint. There were messages referencing his penis in her mouth. Her saying how he makes her insatiable, and in her words, we could make love in response to what could we do. I was stunned. I could not process it. I was shocked as hell. My mind was spinning. I felt more emotion in those few minutes than I ever have before. Disgust, betrayal, rage, regret, fear, and life-shattering sadness. How could my precious wife do this to me? Here I am picturing my sweet lady being with my friend. How could he betray our friendship like that? I cannot say I did not contemplate loading the gun at that point. If not for them, for me. I was destroyed. A sobbing wreck of a man collapsed in bed next to his drunkenly passed out wife. I cannot forgive her. I made up my mind right then and there. This is absolutely unforgivable. I have to get out. I have to leave and be on my own. I do not have any money saved up. I do not have my own car. I barely own much of anything at all. I decided not to tell her that I know yet. So I have time to prepare myself for solo living. Thanks to the support of my few friends, I was able to find a place to move in.
Reddit stories.
Update. I have another friend with a car I can buy. I am getting my stuff in a row and get the things right. This brings you up to date as it stands right now. I plan to pack and move all of my things while she is away at work tomorrow. I have to pick her up from work at the end of the day. I will bring her home. She will see all my stuff gone. And the final argument will begin. I do not know exactly what I am going to say. But with as much as I have to say, it will come easily, so read it. Now you know my horrible story. Please offer me your advice, insight, and general helpfulness that you are so well known for too long. Didn't he read my wife is a cheating, and broke my heart.
Reddit stories.
Update. I love you, Reddit. Seriously, the outpouring of support, advice, and the I know how you feel same happened to me has helped me tremendously. I never expected this type of response, let alone to hit the front page from the bottom of my now broken heart. Thank you all. Sorry if you sent me a message. I have not had time to respond to many, but I am trying to read them all. Next, I hear your advice. 99 of you are saying do not give her that final argument. The more I read, the more I agree with you. You guys are right. It would be nothing but extra unnecessary hurt. The problem. I will be using her car to move my things all day Friday. I am thinking the new plan is a small note. I will leave the car and keys for her at her work. Then I will get picked up by a friend and ride into the sunset. That way she reads the note, is devastated, and then goes home to find the house empty of my things. With me nowhere to be found. Of course I will lawyer up. I do feel as though my proof is sufficient. I have read divorce laws for my state, Maryland, and I have my bases covered. I do not have assets to split, not much communal property. No kids. For this I am thankful, at least. I found out now before we had all of those things to worry about. To those who think we should get back together and I should forgive her. So that will not happen, never ever. One thing I did not mention in my initial post. This happened once before in the past before we got married. And I tried the forgiveness thing once. Thanks again, read it. I will post follow-up sometime soon when I can.
Reddit stories.
I have to pick her up from work at the end of the day.
Reddit stories.
No, you do not. You really do not. The way I see it, you do not have to do nothing for this woman anymore. Why are you going to pick her up from work and drive her home? Why are you going to put yourself in a situation to either hear sobbing apologies or hurtful put-downs, when neither is going to make you feel better or change your mind? Just leave. Go. She is a big girl, she can find her own way home to her empty house. Think of her as scab. Scab sits there on top of a wound. If you pick at it, not only will you bleed again, but the scar will be worse if you ignore it. It will go away, leaving what has been healed. Awesome analogy, seriously.
Reddit stories.
How could my precious wife do this to me? How could he betray our friendship like that?
Reddit stories.
After going through a similar situation, I sought the help of a therapist, who told me something that helped me cool down. She told me to change my perspective from viewing herself as a victim. For example, how could she cheat on me, to thinking of it as she is a cheater and he is a bad friend. I hope that helps you. Great advice, wish I did had it when I was going through my divorce. Changing your perspective from a victim puts the responsibility on them.
Reddit stories.
Still, I cannot believe this is real. I hope I am dreaming. This is beyond my imagination.
Reddit stories.
I have a suggestion. Every moment you are talking to her, imagine his penis in her mouth. Seriously, it has been a few days and your mind may be made up. But you are the kind of sweet, soft-hearted guy who hates to hurt the people you love, even after they hurt you. First, you need to keep yourself in the moment you found out. Keep that disgust, betrayal, rage, regret, fear and life-shattering sadness, and use it to negate every ounce of sympathy for her. Good luck.
Reddit stories.
I absolutely must thank all of you helpful Redditors out there. When I posted the original story, I expected a handful of replies. It blew up. Hit the front page and thousands of people voiced their support. So many messages, comments and replies, all offering their help and kind words. You guys are awesome. Reddit is gold. It really gave me the courage and drive required to face my situation. Just knowing there were thousands of strangers on the interwebs backing me up. Feel renewed and invigorated. I will hopefully meet a few of you Redditors out there. Many of you offered to have me over or buy me a beer. And I think soon I may take some of you up on that offer. I cannot keep up with the thousands of comments, but I am doing what I can to at least read the messages and respond to a few. Seriously, Reddit, I love you. All you answered my call for help, and for that I am eternally grateful. Forever.
Reddit stories.